Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the Guran Diet. In this series I'm going to recreate towns from the Sims 2 console and handheld games. In this part of the series I am going to recreate Whiskerton from the Sims 2 Pets for PS2 on the Sims 2 for PC. I'm going to depend heavily on the cutesy quirky aesthetic from the original games, bring back all of the nostalgia, all of the families, all of the lots, all of the neighbourhood decorations, try to make it as close as possible to the Sims 2, the PS2 version, but I'm going to update it, upgrade it, make it bigger, better, more wonderful, additional families, additional lots. Basically, this is going to be the fully realised version of Whiskerton. In this first episode of the series, I'm going to play some neighbourhood decor, including custom content objects. I will always credit the custom creators in the description of the video. Today we're going to place a waterfall here next to Lemming Point. We're going to place bridges across the rivers and a fishbone island, and we might even place the lots around the town as well. Depends how long it would take to do the waterfall, because I've played around with it a little bit trying to figure it out, and it's quite fidgety, so we'll see. And if this series goes well, I might recreate some of the lots, families, and neighbourhoods from other Sims 2 and Sims 1 console games, including the Sims Busting Out and the Sims Herbs, which I would love to do. So please let me know if you have any feedback for this very first video, and I think let's get started on the waterfall. I played around with the waterfall previously, and it was a little bit difficult to make it look natural because the water had a tendency to spout out sort of like water from a tap, and it looked a little bit unrealistic, and it also wouldn't extend far enough down the mountain, and it's a very tall mountain, it turns out, I now realise. So I had to go back into SimCity 4 and make the cliffs stepped. So it's more of a stepped waterfall now, and I can add multiple sources of the waterfall at different depths to make it look a little bit more natural, like it's water flowing over the topography. Otherwise it looks a little bit like sticking out like a sore thumb. So yeah, so we're going to play around with the different objects to make it look more realistic. The custom content that I'm using is these three objects. I forget the creator's name, but I will credit it in the description. There's like four main objects. There's the waterfall itself, and the water extends from the waterfall, and you place that at the top of the topography. That's like the source block, essentially. And then there's a water bounce, and you put that on the edge of the precipice, basically, and it sort of creates this like surface effect, like that makes it look like the water is bouncing off, and then you put the waterfall splash at the bottom of the waterfall in the plunge pool, and it creates a rainbow effect, and it also makes the water shimmer in the vicinity of the plunge pool, which is quite cool. Yeah, so I think I might have to add multiple water source blocks to get it to look realistic, but I think let's give it a go. I'm actually quite happy with that. I do think the boulders look a little bit out of place, but it's kind of difficult to place the neighbourhood rocks and boulders in a way where they fit really nicely with the natural terrain colour. But I think once I've sort of added trees and other decorations, I can make it look a little bit more serviceable. At least like the water's not spouting out like a tap. It looks a little bit more natural. There's the waterfall, the water glimmer effect. I think it's pretty cool. Plus, you know, from the angles that you'll be seeing it from the town, you're not going to be up close anyway. I think this is serviceable. I think this is the best we can do. In that case, I think let's start to place the bridges. Let's start to place the bridges now. Right, so the bridge by Serenity Falls, the Hardiman family are going to live here in their nice house overlooking the waterfall. Yeah, I think I've played around with this a little bit before, placing the bridge objects, and it is a little bit tricky trying to get both sides of the bridge completely the same height. But my thinking is I'll try to make sure the bridges are as close as possible to being level from both ends. But where it isn't level, I can always add neighbourhood objects like trees and other objects to disguise it. Plus, if I turn the lot view distance down, the Hardiman family over here won't see the slightly incorrectly height bridge anyway. But this is the best I can do. I went back in SimCity 4 multiple times trying to make sure both ends of the bridge are the same. See, I think that looks good. I think that's pretty even. Oh, maybe a little bit more actually. Maybe like there, or like that. That's good. Oh, that's a lot better. Okay, so I get that you can sort of see this a little bit here, down here, and that's kind of an issue. But honestly, you can just put some. If I install a mod that allows me to place neighbourhood objects anywhere, I can place some fir trees along here to disguise it. There's all sorts of different things that I can do, but I think that looks pretty good. Now, in keeping with that style of flat bridge, I think we should use a similar kind of bridge, or at least a simple bridge. Yeah, does that look good? That's okay. That's not. Ooh, about an arts bridge. Ooh. Oh, this is very fancy. Oh, this is very nice. Oh, I like this. This is very cool. Oh, I'm a fan of this. This looks very, very, very cool. Yeah, I'm a fan of that. That looks pretty cool. I think the manor is going to be on this side with a sort of park area sort of there. I was thinking of putting 2 manors on the island actually. They won't be the largest in terms of the land, but I was thinking they'll be more like stately homes where they don't have huge gardens, but they'll have many floors and it'll be very detailed. Yeah, so yeah, I think that looks good. And then across the river here, maybe I can add like a larger arch bridge and see how that looks. Oh, that's pretty good. It's very tricky, isn't it? Getting it to line up exactly. See, that's fine. I think. No. Here, if I do it sort of there. So the archways are kind of. Yeah, that's good. I get that this is slightly clipping. The tops of the bridges are slightly clipping. Yeah, which isn't very good. But I think this might be the best that we can do. Yeah. Oh, this is frustrating. But I have played around with this a lot, and it's very tricky getting the bridges to line up exactly, and I think it looks good. I think once the neighbourhood decorations and the lots are placed and built, it will look great. Yeah, see, that looks pretty cool. That looks pretty good already. Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I think let's place the lots now We've got Rock Ridge, Poor Valley Road, Firefly Lake down here. Yeah, let's place all the lots. That is looking pretty good. I am very, very happy with that. We have all the lots placed. We have the waterfalls. These are just the lots from the original PS2 game. So we got Rock Ridge, Poor Valley Road, Firefly Lake, Fishbone Island, the Town Square, Feline Farms, Cozy Acres, Redwood Glen, Dogwood Forest, and Serenity Falls, and Lemming Point as well, which I forgot to place, but I'll place that in a second. Thank you for watching my very first ever YouTube video. I imagine there's quite a lot of room for improvement, but I hope that you enjoyed it and that you look forward to the rest of the journey. And by the end, we'll have a fully complete recreation of Whiskerton, all with additional families and all of the lots. It's going to be very, very cool and very, very pretty, and it'll be a very, very fun world to play in, I think. So please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching the video, and please recommend it. Have a nice rest of your week.